Oh, yeah. Are we doing something cool?
There you go, mate.
You just threw me a wine.
Grab mine. There we go. What's going on, dogs? This is episode 3.
Whoa.
Holy shit, that's going to happen. We're a little tired today. It's been a long week, I think. So we're just going to...
quickly do a shot of...
We're going to scull the V. Cheers.
Bye, Agra.
Cheers, buddy.
I thought I was a slow sculler, but you.
Fantastic. Okay. Ooh.
Welcome.
I think we should start again.
Nah. It's good.
Okay.
We just keep going. Just got a vibe, bro.
Don't give me that fucking shit. I was telling James today, I'm like, what should we talk about today? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just vibing, bro.
He's like, think of some cool shit to talk about. Just the stuff that goes on in your head when you're sitting in the car by yourself. And I said, I'm just thinking about killing people all day.
Which doesn't surprise me.
It's just like, because I'm in the car all day, I just had
hit people all
insane
the
road
time.
rage.
Oh, I know. We touched on it briefly, didn't we? Episode 1.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I was trying to think of some other things. But,
so when you're at work all day, who's at the top of your list of who you want to kill?
Oh, just the person who's gone slowest at the roundabout. Or whoever's holding up traffic. Or today.
Traffic talk.
So
again.
today,
It should be a fucking segment.
So today I was driving back to work.
Yeah.
And there's a road, and there's 2 lanes that merge into one, right?
Yeah.
And this cars slowly going one in front of the other. There's a small gap. Everyone goes in like a little ants, and we all go in the same line.
Yeah.
And then one person goes all the way to the end of the merging lane and just stops because they didn't take the gap.
I know those
people. You just
people.
keep going and you just merge in. Everyone's just gonna stop, let you in. But
you have to.
if you think you're waiting for them to let you in, they're not gonna let you in.
Yep.
You're not gonna make it.
So guys, picture like, I think James explained already. I just kind of was spacing out a little bit, but so it's usually
Explain it for yourself.
like 15 to 20 cars that are lined up.
Yeah.
On, I guess for Americans on the right, for us on the left, and then there's a lane to the side of it where people can jump in at the last second.
Yeah.
I think because
but this person. So it's 2 lanes that merge into one. Yeah, nice. That's probably what that person was doing just before.
Too busy.
Just before they Anyway, I was like, this guy was like 20 cars in front of me, and he waited till the last second to merge, and they just didn't let him out.
Good. No, good.
No, like he just didn't merge. He just didn't know how to merge properly.
Oh,
like he's the idiot.
So
like everyone would have people would have let him in, but he just went slower. He just went too slow. Anyway,
fuck him. Doesn't deserve.
That was my day today.
That's all that happened.
It's fucking Friday. Well. Other stuff happened.
Okay.
That was one of the... I didn't want to kill him, but he probably wanted to kill everyone else because I just laughed at him as I drove past. Like, you're a fucking
But who
idiot.
do you ever actually... Have you ever fantasized about killing someone?
Not literally murdering someone, no.
Right.
I just yell, I will fucking kill you.
I would fucking kill ya. I've never actually thought about killing someone.
Me either. I've never...
oh my god, sorry. I had a dream about killing someone though.
Oh, okay, here we go.
This is a couple months ago. Scared the shit out of me. I think I put his head in a door or something like that and just like closed it fucking really
just
quick.
In the gap?
In a garage somewhere, yeah. So I put his head like in the gap. It wasn't like a sliding door or anything. It was just like a regular closed door. And then the rest of my dream was just trying to make sure my family doesn't find out. And I was also just running from the cops. And I'm like, it was stressful.
Yeah, sorry, I just remembered I had a dream, but I can't
I just remembered I killed someone actually last week.
Oh, that's how I killed someone. No, I had a dream the other night. Kate woke me up holding me going, what the fuck is going on? Because I woke in the middle of the night, I just started screaming no. Like, no. I was yelling. I was like, no! And she's just like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, you alright? I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Jake tried to make me go vegan.
I was in your dream and you're killing me.
Stop.
You just sounded like a blurry face, and
my head's in a door.
No.
So I got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Not so much you, but your house. So episode 2 we filmed in your lounge room like we did episode 1, but we just switched the couch around.
Yep.
I slept on the couch.
Yep.
Much like episode 1. Episode 1 was fine.
Oh, and you're
I came
boiling
home.
hot?
No, I came home safe.
Oh.
Episode
after.
2, I woke up
Mm-hmm.
and I had this little bite somewhere. And I was like, because I was wearing kind of like loose clothes, I had this bite right next to my balls.
That was probably a tick from
fucking
Jerry.
probably fucking James coming and nibbling on my nut.
like a fucking human bite.
No. So it was like a
Just
mozzie.
human teeth.
This looks like James's outline. James gets
I know
the
those
cheeky.
fucked up teeth.
So I was like, no, I thought nothing of it. I was like, mosquito bite, whatever.
Okay.
And then so that was Friday. So I woke up Saturday with a big hangover because we drank
You
a
didn't.
whole sack.
Yeah, but you didn't drink the hydrolyte that I gave you.
I fell asleep before you put it on the table.
No,
No?
no. I put it down. You said, "Yeah, thanks."
Oh.
And then I was like, "All right, see ya."
That was
and then
really
the next day,
spacey.
and then you said, "Oh yeah, I forgot to drink it before I went to sleep."
That was really... So I think, just for today, I think we're going to do beer because wine kind of fucked us up.
I'm gonna have to drive after, so
Yeah. And that was fucked.
no sleepovers
So-
anymore. We're
So
too
I...
old for sleepovers.
So we okay, so nutsack bite, right. So I had a mozzie bite right next to my balls. And I'm like, man, this sucks. What have you
Yeah.
got? What have you done?
Nothing. Oh, it's okay. Your loop is just like an hour. That's
I know.
fine. I thought it was like a minute.
So I thought nothing of it. I was like, okay, just the mozzie got like right next to my nuts, that's fine. And then the next day it came and I was like itching it and it was getting worse. And I looked down on Saturday and I have I'm just gonna show you. You can describe to them what you're seeing.
Another dick.
You can describe to them what you're seeing because
Uh-huh.
I will show you, not for the camera, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like a heat rash. Yeah, but doesn't look like a bar. That's real weird. You've never had a heat rash before? You know. Have you gone to the doctor yet?
yeah, I went today.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why you went.
I went today. So
You have a nice dick.
it's a good looking dick, Peter. So I went to the doctor and I'm like, so I was doing this stupid podcast and I slept where a cat sleeps. And he's like, fungal infection. I'm like, you sure? Can I have a look at my nuts? And so we looked at my nuts. He's like, yeah, nah, that's fine. It's just fungal.
Coronavirus.
It's like it's a fungal infection, so just rub a cream on it. So I had to buy a cream thanks to your fucking dumb cat.
Oh, it was on my cat.
I thought it was herpes, to be honest. I got
You
scared.
just go back. Who the hell you been?
I was like, I don't fuck around. How did I get herpes? So I was scared. I thought I had an STI for a second. Oh, have you ever had an STI?
I don't think so. Oh, there was a time where I had like a tinea on my penis because I scratched my tinea foot and then I...
What's tinea?
Tinea is like when you get like athlete's foot.
Hang on.
Athlete's
It was
foot
on
is
your-
like, you know when you have really itchy feet?
Oh, it's
your
like really
fingertoes?
like... Oh, no. No.
Never had it?
Does it look red?
You get it like, you know how people tell you to wear thongs in like public showers and stuff?
Mm.
And that's like, it stops you from getting that. It's like, yeah, it makes you... It's really itchy. Anyway,
Right.
I got that and then I had to put like tinea cream on my dick. But it wasn't an STD.
Did it
I gave
look-
it to myself. It was just, no, it didn't look...
No, someone gave it to you.
No.
Some random person.
No, it was me because I had tinea and I scratched my foot.
Ah.
And then I went piss without washing my hands. So I have a bad habit of not washing my hands after doing stuff.
Fuck.
But
So did it look all weird and red and scaly?
No,
No.
no.
How'd
was
you know
just
you had it
It
then?
was just like super itchy. And
Ah.
it
Just some.
wasn't crazy.
I thought like when I was like 19 or something. I woke up one morning after sexual relations and couldn't walk, and I was like, I didn't think that guy's dick was that big, but when so I woke up, and I was like, man, my balls are really swollen, and like I tried to stand up and I couldn't. I just
Are you trying to walk with your balls?
They weren't supporting me very
So,
well.
someone told you not to put your balls in first, right? But you're like, fuck it, I'm going to put my balls in
wanna
first.
fucking
And
try.
then that's when my balls are swollen.
So I tried to stand up and I couldn't walk. I was walking like limping. I don't know. It was fucked up. And I I had to go to the doctors because I'm like, something gravely wrong has happened. And so I was like, doc. But by the way, my dick was like huge. It was swollen.
What happened?
I don't know.
No, like why is it real small now?
I don't have an STI anymore. So it was swollen. So were my balls. Too much information for the listeners. I don't care. Nah, fuck them. So went to the doctor, and I got this female doctor, and I got up on the like the hospital bed, showed her my nuts, and she was like, "Fucking wow." She was German.
Like, wow.
Wow, wunderbar. Is that Russian?
No.
So she told me, she's like, I don't know what is wrong with them. So she got 2 other doctors in. With one dude.
I see nuts like this.
two guys and one chick just looking at me with my legs spread on the couch, just either side, just going, what's wrong with me? And I still don't know. They didn't tell me what I had. They just gave me some tablets and it went away eventually. But I don't know what it was.
Maybe you had severe blue balls.
But I just...
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe you lied to yourself.
I thought I came and I didn't. I thought I had an STI. I was like, do I have is this chlamydia? I don't actually know what chlamydia is. Maybe it's
I never had it. So I mean, I probably learnt about it at school, but it didn't.
Perfect segue.
Never got it. All right, go on.
Do you have any funny school stories? I was wondering this today. Anything from like that you did to someone else, or someone did to you, or just funny things that you heard in the grapevine? Because some shit goes down. I'll start you off if you want. If you want to think.
Yeah, I have some.
You have some?
Yeah, but like they start from primary school and all the way through my schooling. There's just a random shit happens.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Do you want me to start with the first one?
Yeah,
you ask me the question?
You start, yeah.
So I was in grade 2. Oh, sorry. I was in grade 1. Are we just going to swap a few stories?
Yeah, swap a few.
Right, I was in grade 1 and...
We got plenty of time.
Yeah, we do. We got bloody 3 hours. And it starts... My mum tells me this story. I kind of remember it, but it's probably from her telling me.
Yeah, okay.
So the teacher sent a note home with me to my mum. And my mum got it and she read it. And the note said...
What grade was this, sorry?
Grade 1. And the note said... I had to give James attention today because he urinated on another child.
Consensual?
Well,
do you pin the kid down?
I was in grade 1. So, and my mum comes up to me. She's like, James,
Sweetie, did
you pee on somebody today? And then her interpretation of my reaction was like, Mum, it wasn't my fault. He walked in front of me. So the story goes, I was at the trough pissing.
Oh, so it was in the toilet.
Instead of standing on the grate, I stood like 2 steps away from the grate and I was pissing. I was like smashing it against the wall.
Sounds like what you
and then and then a kid just walked in front of my stream.
Never cut a man's stream.
That was a lot of my stories in high school have to do with
piss
or poo.
I never got like told where to stand, whether you stand on the trough or you stand back. Whenever we're drinking and I end up going to the toilet with you, I stand really far back. We're not going to insert that clip. I know what clip you're
No. I wasn't thinking about that. I just had another question, but you tell me a question and then I'm going to ask you one.
You mean tell me your story?
You tell me your story about someone? No.
Okay, so this one time I was thinking about it today. Haven't thought about it in a while. So my first like kind of high school girlfriend, who we were pretty much forced to date. I just said to like my friends,
we were living in a monarchy.
I said to like my friends, I'm like, that girl's cute, like that it was sitting with them at assembly. And so of course back in high school they tell her and they forced me up to her. She'd never heard of me in her life because I was a fucking loser. And so like this poor girl, she's just like, her friends made me ask her out and she just got peer pressured into dating me. And so it was just fucking awkward. She just despised me the whole time. But it was just like, it was bizarre. We were married. We were basically married.
That's like school relationships were before like year 10 or weird.
Yeah, because they're not real. Yeah. They're just we e-harmonied our way together, and so there was this after we broke up. Whatever, we had a bit of a sticky breakup.
Yeah,
I can't really remember what
you
happened.
Shit on her.
Yeah, no, I held her down and I pissed her. wasn't about it.
Anyway, done.
So she we ended on bad terms somehow. I don't think I was I don't know. I don't think I was bad at all. She was just like despised me from the start, so she just fucking didn't like me at all. So when a few months after we broke up, I got to school early as I did and played basketball because that's all I did with my time. I was there playing basketball like an hour early, and someone told me, they're like, "Oh my god, I've got the juiciest fucking story," and I'm like, and I'm kind of bad with
what year level was this?
I was in year 9, and so
big jump between year 1 and year 9.
Yeah.
We're probably about the same age though.
Yeah. So he comes up to me, he's like, so there was this chick on the weekend that got fingered by 4 guys.
Wow. 3
of which were in the same spot. And 1 guy was in another spot.
Decided to put the finger up the bum.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Or there was 3 guys in the bum and 1 in the vagina. I don't know.
So he didn't really clarify if it was at the same time, but I always took it as the same time. Yeah. And this guy was kind of like, somehow my friend threw basketball, but he was like part of like the druggy, cool kind of kids. Like, respected, nobody fucked with him.
Did you go to public school?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Rosebud sec. So he told me, and of course I told someone straight away because I found out it was
school announcement. You found dun, dun, dun. Some chick got fingered real bad.
Who got fingered? So it was I found out that it was like the girl that I had been seeing.
Oh, she got the rebound finger.
Plural. So I told someone, and then that person told heaps of people. So I didn't start the story, but I got told. And one of the guys, I think,
try and start rumors, but then rumors just start.
They just start. And so the fucking loser that was fucking, he got the shit end of the stick. The finger in the bum guy comes up to me, and fucking completely scared the shit out of me. It was just threatening me like, "You fucking telling everyone?" Like he fucking grabbed me by like the scruff, and just like was like threatening to beat me up. And I'm like thinking, man, hey. You're the one with the sticky fingers, man. I didn't do shit. I was just relaying what I heard, but he scared the shit out of me.
The kid told you don't tell anyone, yeah? You said that?
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't. And no, that's the thing, because the guy wouldn't have gone up to that guy and been like, "Why'd you tell everyone?" Because he was respected amongst everyone. Me, the little fucking loser, nerd.
My name's Jack.
Who just fucking had barely any friends. He's just like, "You little fucking shit cunt, I'll fuck you up." And so, of course, I ran home and I just didn't. I didn't finish the rest of the day at school because I was scared out of my brain. But that was my fun. That's the first one that comes to mind. I have a second one.
Yeah, I have a second one.
I'm the
too.
butt of the joke in both of these. So you
well,
can go.
Same kind of.
No, but you pissed on someone. That was funny.
Well, my second one's in grade 2.
Right.
We're at swimming lessons.
And I drowned someone.
And I pissed on someone in the pool. No. And I was scared of my teacher. Like scared
what
to
grade
ask.
was this?
Grade 2. Was it grade? Not my swimming instructor. Like senior in school, you have to do compulsory swimming lessons.
Did your school have a pool at the school?
No,
or did
we
you
have to go off site.
Community? Right.
Yeah. I went to a private school, so I was privileged. Anyway, and I hadn't really spent much time in swimming pools or swimming.
Oh.
Like a lot. I've been to the beach and stuff, but like
prior.
Yeah, so like in the beach, you go in the beach for a little bit, you go out. You
don't really swim.
You don't stay there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Like a class. And before going in the pool, I was like, I should probably go to the toilet. I was like, nah, I'll just go after.
No.
Just go after. Right.
No. Oh.
And then I'm like,
I don't like where this is going.
And then, so it's like halfway through the lesson, and I'm like, I got to shit. But
I don't want to get up.
But I'm too scared to ask the teacher to go because she scares me.
What was it? Do you remember her name?
No idea.
Can you describe her face for the viewers?
No, I can't remember. I just remember I was wearing blue Speedos and it was in and
you were probably the kid that had pubes in grade 2, weren't you?
I don't know, maybe. Anyway, and then I was thinking, I was debating in my own head, deliberating in my own head
do I
what
shake
I should
my
do.
hand and do I throw it into the toilet from here.
No. And I started thinking, all right, what would I do if this was piss? I was like,
I would just do it.
pee in the pool, it disappears because it's liquid. So I'm like, maybe. I was in grade 2.
So you
I was in. Listen, let me finish the fucking story.
Okay.
So then I was like, all right, I could just poo in my pants, and going by the science, I think would happen when I was in grade 2, like 6 years old.
Can I ask a question? Did you feel back then that it was going to be runny or solid?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you. Anyway, so I do it, feel great. Don't remember touching my ass to see if the shit was in my pants.
Oh my god.
Right?
You
So then we finished the class.
The shit gods.
Finished the class. I wasn't doing like the size of the shits that I do now. Anyway, finished the class. Everyone goes back to the change rooms. I'm the last one in the change rooms. As I get in the change room, my bag's like in the corner in front of everybody's. Take my speakers off. My shit just falls onto the floor in front of everyone.
It would have been so fucking wet.
There was just like a shit in the floor, and then I think
So it
like
was solid.
but I think like I asked my high school friends, and no one remembers this story. So I feel like I did it like I like took
Mama
my
kind of girls
feel
and
like-
wiped everyone's
no. I feel like I like must have like somehow just like slipped my speedos down, let the shit out, and then pulled my speedos back up, and then walked to my bag because everyone was just like, whose shit was that? And I was just like, I'm not fucking saying it's mine. Obviously, I'm not.
Did anyone look at you?
I don't remember, but like I've asked my high school mates recently, and none of them really remember the story. They remember the swimming lesson, but none of them remember this story.
Wow, that is
Right?
some lucky shit.
So, and then I remember I vividly remember the bus driver coming in, like, because we only had female teachers, and the bus driver was the only male there. And one of the kids ran and told the teachers, and then he had to come and clean it up.
Oh, he didn't even work at the fucking pool. Was there any males at the pool?
I don't remember. But yeah.
Some manky shit goes on in pools. I remember the pool in Rosebud. Like I would go down, and there would always be toe skin, just flaky, fucking toe skin. And I ran into the pool instructor the other day. Actually, I haven't been there in like 10 years. I ran into he was a fucking huge, big guy, and he always had scaly feet, much like what you're describing was on your willy.
I didn't have scales.
Scaly, willy skin on the floor. Every time I go down with goggles, I'd be like, I wish I didn't.
Funny thing about that story is I didn't go to the thing. I got I was like talking to Benji about it, and then Anna went and got the cream for me.
Hang on.
The cream for my penis. I was too scared to go.
When was that?
It was like pretty 3 or 4, 5 years.
So we're talking about school. I just thought it was school.
Yeah, no. This is the
Tinny
penis story.
Right,
Yeah.
Tinny Willy.
Sorry, should have clarified that. Again.
I
was old.
my next one was this was hilarious looking back, but like it was like the worst thing that happened to me back then. Probably not actually. No, I had some pretty.
In hindsight, it's not that bad, but like.
Yeah, like back then. So I'll start from the start. It was like during exams. I think I would have been in like year 11 or year 12, so I'd have been like 16, 17, 18, whatever. And I did this thing called VCA, which is a Victorian Certificate of Applied Learning. So I would do a trade, like a job, 1 day a week, and I would go to a course another day a week. So I did like school for 3 days. So it was school for dummies, pretty much, who didn't want to succeed and go to uni.
Very crap asshole losers.
Yeah. So when I was in very crap asshole losers, I didn't have to do exams, obviously. So everyone else was all my friends are doing exams, and they were still there like during recess and lunch, whatever you want to call it. So I would come down there. I'd have a day off, but I would come down there like during exam week and just play basketball with them because I had nothing else to do with my life. And this one day, you know the game like King, where one person is the king and you have to try and beat them. There's a line of people trying to beat the person.
Oh, it's just 2 square.
Basketball.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was waiting my turn, and I just feel something hit my head, and I'm like, and I just felt like the basketball court was like right next to the huge oval with like the soccer field and like the football field, and in that moment where something hit my head, I looked around,
Oh, no.
and every single person, as far as I could see, was looking at me. And I'm like, what has hit my head? All this is going like in a couple seconds in my mind.
Yeah.
And then I start to smell like, this smells pretty funky.
Yeah.
And then I take it off. And what I have in my hand is Bassie's shit from the pool. It was a fucking...
The bus driver must have had a pretty good arm. He threw it through time.
I've been waiting for so many years.
He threw it through bloody time.
Close though. It was a diaper. It was a baby's shitty
What?
nappy.
I thought you were going to say bird shit.
No, a baby's shitty diaper.
Who the fuck had a baby in your
So
school?
no, there was just one lying on the basketball court. I think I had seen it prior to playing basketball. So I was on the other court, and it was just like it smeared down like my hair,
No.
and I just like had this like hot flush of just
Please tell me you grabbed it.
fucking
Shoved it in
rage.
your face.
So I turned around. I'm like, whoever this motherfucker is, I've never been in a fight in my life. I'm like, he's gonna get a fucking pounding.
He's gonna get murdered.
He's gonna get fucked. I'm gonna fuck him. I turned around,
We're
and
gonna
the
put
dude is
3 fingers in his penis and 1 finger in his ass.
I turned around with this fucking almighty fury in my eyes, and I'm like, I turned and I saw him, and he was
it
huge.
The guy that, was
he
it the
was
guy
huge.
that told you not to tell the story?
No.
Oh, okay.
This kid, like, he was a year younger than me, but he was big. He was
Yeah.
like bigger frame than me. He wasn't like muscular or anything. He was just like, he was so much bigger than me, and I was like, shit. I looked at him. I was so devastated. And he was being apologetic too, so he wasn't even laughing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I threw
Yeah,
this
no,
shitty
yeah.
nappy at your head.
So like, if he was like being like laughing and like being an asshole, I think I might have summoned the courage to fucking spear tackle him. But he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man." So what?
Sorry. What the
No.
fuck did you try and do?
What I think happened is, no one really saw it. I just kind of saw it when it was on my head. But I think he just threw it into the pack of us that were all waiting for King. Like, so like the 6 or 7 of us that were waiting in line.
So he would have said sorry. I reckon he would have laughed if it was someone else, but because he probably didn't know who you were,
Yeah.
that's probably why he apologized.
And either he threw it or he kicked it. So I was like, or maybe he was just sorry that I found out that it was him. I don't know. So it hit me, and I was like, nah, it's fine, man. I just walked to the bathroom. Like, everyone was just, I could feel, I didn't have to look. I just felt everyone's like 400 eyes on me. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
And I tried washing my hair. Like, one of my mates, like, I'm not really friends with anymore, but like one of my basketball mates, like, came with me. He was like, oh, dude, man, fuck, I don't know how to help you here, but I was in like the sink, and I was washing my hair, and the smell was runny
man.
baby shit.
But like, if you
Which also,
it
like you said
wet?
before, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it was like.
unless someone bought a nappy and shit in it, and then
it was not a solid shit. I'll tell you that.
well, humans can have runny shits too, mate. Like,
There wasn't
unless-
enough to be a big man shit.
But
Little baby turd.
That's so weird.
So like it was like just smudged in my hair, and I was just trying to wash my hair. I'm like, fucking just my luck to come when I'm not supposed to be at school.
Yeah.
And so the stench didn't come out of my hair for probably 4 days. I smelt like shit, actual shit, for a few days. And I said to the principal, like, you are gonna wash my jumper because it smells like shit.
Principal.
Yeah. I said, you're going to wash. I was fuming at this point because, like, I couldn't take my anger out on the guy that was way bigger than me. I took it out on the new principal who I had beaten the year previous in basketball when he was a sports teacher, but that's another story for another day. I was like, you are going to wash my jumper. I didn't throw the nappy. I know you didn't.
As if you didn't go to the principal and bait him into punishing the kid who threw the nappy.
Well, yeah, no, he knew who the kid was. Like, nothing happened from it.
Yeah.
And so I went there, like, a week later, and my jumper just disappeared. Like, didn't get washed. It just got
Yeah,
thrown out.
Fuck you, Jake.
Yeah.
This is what you get.
I caught the camera before. Yeah, boy. Sorry, the camera does this weird thing where it cuts out.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah, we're back.
That's a good angle. That's a great angle.
So, so my jumper disappeared. My dignity also went with it, and I pretty much hated school from that. That moment onwards. But like,
somebody threw an. I got angry at people who were bigger than me. I didn't care if I got beat up. I'm just like, I just want to punch them.
yeah, no, I was definitely angry, but I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I could hit him, sure. I'd never hit anything in my
So
life.
you could just grab the nappy and chuck it on his jumper.
Didn't think like, of course,
Yeah.
I've thought about it plenty of times in
now,
hindsight, but like, and then, like
At
during
the time, you just want to get out of the situation.
yeah, I was like, flee. I must flee. Fight or flight. I'm flying out of here,
yeah, that is a shitty situation.
dude. Oh my god.
So what I was going to ask you before
Oh, you told
about
okay, yeah.
after the story, I was just thinking about me pissing on. Pissing on a kid, and I was just thinking about learning how to piss.
Oh no,
Right?
this is good.
And
this
then
is good.
I was thinking, when was the first time you saw somebody else's penis? Like anybody who's and do you remember whose was the first penis
Okay.
that
Um,
wasn't yours?
aside from like when I would be like in the shower with my father, when I was really
that's,
really
That's
young.
what I meant, because I remember when my dad teaching me to piss, or like, and then him pissing on me. No,
Open up.
and then just thinking,
No, so
damn, my dad has a big dick.
yeah,
But now, being probably about the age that he had me and teaching me, my penis isn't that big.
no, it's dad dick. You get dad dick when you hit a certain age, I think. And I remember the
So
first time.
the more loads you blow that make spawn children, the bigger your penis grows.
Experience points.
You
So
get status credits.
I got that platinum dick. Daddy's got a. So I remember.
Daddy's like, you dick.
I remember the first time I saw like my dad's dick in the shower, and I'm like, man, why is it the size of my
Why is
arm?
it in my mouth?
Can't fit it in my mouth. So I remember just being like so young, and I was like, why is mine like 16th the size of that? Why is it so small?
Is mine a pea?
Why is mine a
And
pea?
Dad's a dragon fruit.
Dad's is a whole corn on the cob. And so it just blew my mind. And then I remember this one day I needed like in school, I think I would have been like maybe 13 or 14. I really needed to piss. And you know when you need to pee and your dick kind of swells up a bit?
Yeah. Oh, is in like. Oh wait, no, because I have 4s.
No, I didn't piss in my foreskin. It was like
I got a funny
it
story.
was just like it felt like I was holding some in the cannon.
Yeah.
And then it never went down. And I'm like, did I just like hit puberty in like 1 second? Like, did I just get like a slightly bigger penis?
So your flop went a bit bigger.
Yeah. And that was
Yeah.
the time that I noticed. I was like, wow.
Mine,
Not
I
bad.
feel like I've looked at it and it's been the same my whole life.
Hey, Dad, remember that time we were showering and I had a little pee? When does that start to evolve? Because it's been a little bit. What are you gonna say about something about euphoria?
Oh, yeah, 4s. The fun part about a 4 is like you can start pissing and you can make your if you hold the opening down, you make it like a balloon.
It's like when you blow into a balloon and blow it up.
Yeah. Or when you fill up a water balloon like a tiny
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
a lot.
I love doing that in the shower.
And then what happens when you release it?
Oh, it just goes like it rains out of your penis.
So I've just got a little few things on my topic list, and one of them was a reminder to say follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all that shit.
I feel like if they're listening, they're already
no,
following.
I know, but like they might find it through our personal accounts. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So what is our Instagram?
Instagram is @redwine.goodtime.
And Twitter is
Redwine @redwinegoodtime.
sick. We also have the YouTube video, which is going out when this comes out.
They should
But-
come out the same day. But
But what I was going to say about the Instagram is I noticed, so we both have access to it.
know what you're gonna bring up.
We both have access to it.
I know what you're gonna bring up so much.
And I've been like,
Just the other day.
so we have, we get like little notifications whenever something pops up. Like when we get a follower or like whatever. And so I was just on it, like replying to a couple messages, and I was like, I wonder who we're following.
Yes.
I was like,
I did that for you, man.
so I was like, we're following our band, we're following ourselves, we're following the Butthole podcast
Yep.
with our mates Chris and Dave, and we have two other people that we're
the
following.
newest edition, and I was just sitting in my car thinking like, who can we follow? Who can I follow that Jake will know why I did this?
And so, if anyone's into porn, it was Riley Reid and Brandy Love.
Yes. Oh, imagine they had a baby together.
Two very very popular adult actresses.
If you're listening, Brandy, we'd love for you to come out to a show when we play in Pittsburgh.
If Brandy's listening. Isn't Brandy a boomer? How old's Brandy?
Brandy's dead. She's progressive.
Brandy's got like those boobs that were done in the 80s. And they kind of look like
yeah, probably 90s.
90s. They look kind of like
Great.
I don't know. It doesn't look modern. I'll say that.
Don't talk about it like that.
Those titties ain't mod. But no, I was.
Did you have a laugh when you saw?
No, I had a laugh.
I remember when I opened the feed now, it's always Brandy because Riley never posts.
Riley never posts. I was pissed.
But she always posts on story. But like, this is just funny because every time I open the feed, my default opening now is red wine good.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it just like it popped. I saw the stories first. I'm like, this is odd. This is. We should just only follow porn stars /
No, we should. I
okay.
just want to follow our mutual interests that we don't follow on our own pages.
that we can't get in trouble for.
Yeah.
No. I love it. No, that was that. So that gave me.
Obviously the girls are gonna know now.
That gave me a fucking. That gave me a
about,
kick. Okay.
Oh, I had one thing I wrote in my phone.
Yeah.
Back to traffic management.
Back to the start of the episode.
Back to the start. I just quickly read it.
Yeah.
And me and Kay were going to look at this place the other day, and we turned down this street, and cars will park at either side.
Right.
And we turn into the street, and
park like on the
on either side of the road. So there's only one car.
way.
It's pretty much one lane.
Is it a one way?
No, it's a two way. But
oh yeah.
so like when you're going down, if there's two guys,
someone has to wait for the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So we turn into the street, and we
Your
go.
most hated thing if someone doesn't let you through a wave.
Kate was driving as well. Right.
Yeah, I got you.
So it would have been worse if I was driving, but I wished I got into a fight that day because. The guy, we turn in and we go probably about 2 houses down the street.
Yeah.
And I see this guy and he's like 15 houses down the street, like in front of us. And I just
This is the guy from fucking Boulder?
No, and I just see...
Shut the fuck up!
I can tell that he's decided to speed up. So he just slams his accelerator and we go one more house and he's reached us. And he just stops right in front of us and starts yelling at us.
Because you didn't let him through?
Because we stopped him from getting out, and he had the right of way because he came up the street faster.
What kind of car
in my head, McKay just goes, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And I just start yelling, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? You're the dumbest fucking idiot I've ever." I'm like, fucking hand out the window, give him the finger. I'm just like, "Fucking reverse, you piece of shit."
I fucking hate that. Remember that time you and me were drinking
and drunk?
We were. There was one time. We went somewhere. It was with Leah and Kate as well, and maybe Rowie. Okay, so it might have been Charlotte's birthday. Gibbo's Charlotte.
Yeah. And
we were walking back from somewhere, and there was this guy driving really fast near us. We were kind of lagged back in the group, so we were like at the back of the line. And we're like,
Charlotte's birthday. We didn't go.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know where.
Maybe it was Leah's birthday.
No, maybe we walked back from Good Love.
Was it?
When we were there playing Cards Against Humanity.
Maybe.
So we're walking back.
And Leah was like storming.
Yeah, to piss.
Oh yeah.
And so we were like, we saw this car that was just fucking like speeding right up to like a roundabout where we were walking, and we're like, fucking slow down, buddy.
Yeah, but we were like 10 meters away from him. We were just like, whoa, slow. We were so blind.
We were fucked.
It was like, whoa, slow.
It was one of those comments that was like, you don't think they're going to hear you, but Mr. Tough Guy.
The guy had his window open.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but...
He goes, not even fucking near you, cunts. And we just went, whoa, fuck off.
Because I thought, in my head, what I remembered was, shut the fuck up, you cunt. I can't remember. It was something like with the C word, I think.
Yeah, maybe he said that.
It was something.
But he definitely dropped the C.
Yeah, and I was like,
Probably.
and we we kind of just walked past because like, damn, I didn't think he would hear me. I really didn't want him to hear me. It was like
funny.
It was one of those moments where I was like, oh shit, if we don't play this right, we're getting in a fight.
That was the first moment when we were both like, we should have fought him.
Yeah, we could take it.
In hindsight, we could beat anyone.
with our words. I think. Did you ever get back to school again? Did you ever get like threatened with a fight almost and kind of nearly get into
I
it?
don't think like in my school, no one really like hated each other.
Really?
Well, in my year level anyway.
Right.
But I remember in year 8, I was being I was just being an ass to my friends. Like, not really. They were just like saying something.
Right.
Like they'd be asking me something about the class.
So this is during class.
Yeah, this is during class. You'd ask me something like, "Hey, James, do you know the answer to this question?" And I go, and I just go, "Yo, James, do you know the answer to this question?" And then they just look at me like,
fucking knew it.
"What the hell are you doing?" And then
Bro, relax.
Every time they talk to me, I just go, "Yo, James, you know the answer to this question?" Hey,
I
James,
can
I borrow your glue stick?
That would make me so fucking heated.
Right? I did that for 45 minutes in the class. And then they like hear him going, "We're gonna get him off the class. We're gonna they're just gonna like grab me or whatever." They're like two of my closest friends.
Rough him. Oh right.
Two
So
of my closest friends. It wasn't like a bully or whatever.
were they actually annoyed? Or they're like,
Yeah,
let's just fucking.
I
let's
feel like
just,
they were annoyed, or like they were just gonna do it just for fun because like I was kind of annoyed. Right. So I overheard him going, "We're gonna get him up there." So I just like got annoyed in my head, like, "This guy's gonna grab me or whatever. I'm gonna just react." So they left the class early and they waited for me outside the classroom door. And I walked. It was like recess, and then I walked out the classroom door and one of them grabs me and I shake him off and then I punched one in the face for no reason.
Oh my god!
And then I walked off.
Oh.
Right? But where our classrooms were, so we were upstairs, and then we overlooked the courtyard, and then the rest of the year level were downstairs, opposite like where we were. So everyone come out for recess and looked up.
They had seen,
and they saw me.
You would have looked like just fucking a boss.
Yeah. Like it wasn't even. It was a hard punch.
But
Like I punch a guy in the arm, and then I like tap the guy's face. It wasn't even a hard punch.
It was an open palm, man.
And then I walked off for recess, met up with some of my other friends.
I fucking hit them too.
Yeah, no, and then we were just hanging out all recess or whatever, and then went back to our next class
with the other ones in them.
Walked into the class, and we just like laughed and sat down next to each other, started laughing at it, and then a bunch of girls walked into class, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you guys still friends?" And we're like, "Duh, we're not girls." And I just remembered like at that was like, duh. No, and I just remember like high school, how much girls would like if a girl wronged them, like even the slightest wrong, like
they get shunned.
They would hate each other for all of school. Like there was girls in my high school that didn't talk to each other from like something they did in year 4 together.
But I also found like the opposite in some situations where some girls would completely despise each other, and then miraculously they were just bum chums. Yeah, they were just like
they'd get close over like something weird. The same boy would wrong them.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck Jared.
Yeah, Jared.
He's a fucking cunt anyway.
Fuck Jared.
Fuck yeah. Fuck. So I got plenty of shit on here.
Let's get off school.
I could talk about it forever though, because honestly, there's so
best part
much.
of my life.
Really?
I was like the only kid in my high school that didn't want high school to finish, because I was like,
really?
don't have to pay for anything. No. Mum gives me recess money. Hang out with my friends.
Lunch money.
Hang out with my friends all day. What more do you want in life?
Your parents used to give you.
Sometimes.
Oh, that's good. No, I remember when I used to get.
Yeah, sorry, I was rich.
I remember when I used to get like $5, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get a rounder at lunch. A rounder is like a pizza, but like inverted. So like the dough was just like a big kind of donut, and the pizza was a pizza pocket.
Pizza pocket, yeah.
Was on the inside. Speaking of parents, actually, since we've just stumbled upon it.
Yeah, parents.
And I happen to have something written about it. So your parents are still together. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
So all parents should be, because marriage is forever.
like a good Greek boy. So I was wondering today, it popped into my head. I'm not quite sure why. So they lived. What's so funny?
I don't know what you're gonna.
Did you ever, of the age of knowing, walk into your parents having sex?
No, never.
Oh, you fucking
No, never.
lame kid.
But like my house is all floorboards. Like where I grew up was all floorboards, and I could hear my mum giggling sometimes at night, and I'm like, now I think I'm like maybe they were probably about to
Giggling.
begin coitus. Like you know how you're like in bed and like you tickle. Do you ever tickle?
Dick's so small.
Simon, don't put that toothpick in my mouth.
A little pea, just like Bassy.
Like son, like father, they say. So, but I remember one time my dad walked in on me joking off. So
Oh, I don't think that's ever happened to me. I don't think. Oh,
yeah, it's because your dad left and he hates you.
right after he showed me his huge dick.
Right after
You'll
put
never
it
have
in your
this.
mouth.
Fuck off. See ya. Oh my god. Okay, speaking of completely dumb shit.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking of today, because I had a big day at work, guys. I was just fucking the only man at this job today, and it was whatever. But so a lot of things were going through my mind. I had no music. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, do you ever think about, you've met a few babies in your day, right? Right, your friends have babies.
You've segueing from dad's penis in my mouth, so you know a few babies, right? Yes. I've a lot of my family friends have kids.
Yeah. So that's what I should have said. Yeah. Okay, so have you? This isn't what I was thinking of, but like, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Are there any that aren't cute? Like that they think are cute, but they're just like flat out just.
No, I don't think I've ever
cardboard
thought. Like, because even if they are
ugly,
slightly ugly, or whatever, you still think they're cute because they're small.
But it's when that goes away,
it's like if there's like a fat kid, like a fat baby, no one goes, "Oh my gosh, he's so fat. That's disgusting." They think, "Oh, he's so cute and pudgy." But if you imagine him that size as a 30-year-old man, you're like, "Holy shit, that guy's
holy
fat."
Fuck, that 30-year-old guy is small. Why does he weigh 12 pounds?
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
do you feed him?
I've never thought someone had an ugly kid because I think kids are cute.
Yeah, but then they get like, I think old kids get to like this awkward stage, like when they're like, because I'm sure we both were in an awkward stage. I remember an awkward stage, and I'm like, man, I'm getting a lot of pimples. I don't look great. My hair's shit.
I never get like a massive pimple outbreak. I don't remember.
That's not really like the main part of like the awkward phase. But I mean, like, I was just like, nothing about me was like, I'm like, it's just everything's just off here.
Well, it was funny like growing up.
When am I gonna get good?
Through like just the start of like not high school, but like from grade 5 onwards.
Yeah.
I really noticed my my body.
Right.
And I thought I was fat for all of my schooling.
How big were you? Do you remember?
I've looked at photos and I was a skinny little piece of shit.
Was it because you were tall? Were you tall in high school?
Yeah, but I had a gut, so I had a small belly, but I thought I was fat.
Right.
Like, and my nickname in high school was Chubbs. But like, I wasn't even big.
We all had that person in high school.
But like, I look at photos now.
Hey, fat cunt!
I look.
Yes.
I look at. Because I'd always like play up my gut in high school. That was like a laughing point that I could get my friends to laugh.
Mate,
if I just like
still do
shake my gut. I know, and it's like from being in primary school. But like looking at photos, I'm just like, what the hell? Why did I think I looked like that?
Why did I cop that name?
Why did I think I was ugly?
Were you just like slightly bigger than everyone else?
Not even. Like I just didn't have like definition. A lot of my friends played basketball and stuff, so they had like a lot of definition.
But everyone in high school, like, I remember I was like an absolute twig. I'm still like, I've only got a bit of beer girth
like,
here.
Mine was floppy. Theirs was like tight.
Right, yeah. But I mean, like, everyone, like, the guys in high school, like, lag behind the girls so much. Like, when you see someone in the same year level dating, say you're in, like, year 7, the girls look way more mature, and the kids, like, are tiny, like, short as fuck, absolute skeletons, and they have fucking Justin Bieber hair. Like, what the fuck is happening? What was the hairstyle back, like, when you were in school?
It was like the emo phase. Started the emo phase.
Like
a lot of
as
kids
soon as high school started.
Hair.
Like do you remember like when you were like?
I remember grade 6 and stuff. It was gelled hair, like gelled bike hair. Like, but like I could never
gel.
like gelling your hair down, like the top of your head down all the way to the end, and then just spiking your fringe out.
Oh, like fucking Ross Geller from Friends.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Oh my god.
like spiking the tips of your hair.
No, yeah,
my cousin could grow his hair, and then he gelled his fringe into long tentacles.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? Was he a little scene kid?
He was a break dancer back in the day.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That was a thing.
yeah, break
Back
dance.
then.
I went to a breakdancing class with him. No, with my other friend from high school.
Were you any good?
No,
No?
it was horrible. I can't dance for shit.
I don't know how we ended up getting here, but with the baby subject, I that's not where I was going with it at all.
Yeah, I don't know
But-
how we got there either, but
Baby names.
okay.
Right, so there's some names in life where you're like, okay, that seems like a whatever, but like we both have a friend, more so your friend. And I think, how the fuck did your parents, when you were born as a fetus, name you Craig? Who looks at a little kid and goes, little Craig. You have to be at least 46 to be called Craig.
Yeah, but I think there's a
Surely.
time. There's definitely a time and place for names. Like at that time, Craig could have been like not even a popular name, but you know what I mean. Like I don't know. Maybe there was someone in his family that was called Craig, so they like passed down the name or whatever.
No, totally. I get the reasoning
Yeah.
of
But
like.
yeah, it's
a
fine. I
sentimental
know what you
stuff.
mean. The only people I knew before I met Craig were like old lecturers or whatever.
Yeah. What are some other names that come to mind? Like I know Bill. You can go like Billy as a kid. I had some names like that were in my head, but I'm like, fuck. Like okay, so my friend Lockie. Lockie doesn't really transition. You can Lachlan,
Yeah.
but I mean Lachlan still kind of sounds like a.
I'm just trying to think of names that I only know.
I don't know. Jake doesn't really transition into manhood. Jake is like 20s.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Jacob.
No, you can't. It's gonna be Jake, bro.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's some names like. Drop them in in the comments, or just message us if you fucking have any names, because there's certain names where like Craig, for example, should only be somehow given to people.
Jared. I wouldn't think Jared's a kid's name.
Jared, no. Jared,
Yeah.
I remember was a kid's name, but Jared, no.
Yeah.
I can't think of. I'm only thinking of people I know, and I should have written down a list of fucking names, but there's some names that just
all my,
you
like,
can
are work
only be
names, so
old
they're
as
all
fuck.
pretty translatable. Steve, George,
Yeah, no, those ones. I mean, like little. George is
or like
old.
Georgie for like when you're younger.
Nah, but George. I've never had a friend called George.
yeah, well, I've got like 27,000 friends.
Really?
called George.
True. Oh my god. So
give me something.
okay, I got one here. Wait for that one. Okay, the other topic the other day. So we're talking about shitty superpowers.
Here we go again.
And I had a couple people agree with me that flies were a good one. I think it was maybe one
It's
person.
so shit. Like, yeah, I understand the reasoning behind it, right? Flies in summer, annoying.
I wouldn't be a sought after superhero. I know that. I know that.
But
I wouldn't be in high demand.
I'm thinking every superhero I've ever heard of can probably save the world. But Jake's Flyman could not save the world.
I'm still working on the name. I couldn't do shit.
You know,
But I was
actually though, what if you could control flies? That's a different thing. Like
No, it's
say
fair.
you could kill flies if you wanted, but you could also control flies, because I've heard, not with flies, but
From
with,
my fly friend.
with ants. If ants were the size of us, like if
Yeah.
they could lift like 70, like
No, yeah, I
70
know.
tons,
I don't
and
know
then
what
they
the
could
number is,
run
but
like 300 kilometers
because like they
an hour.
like if you like scale them up,
Yeah.
they move really quick, really far,
Yeah.
really strong. Us, not so much. But I was driving to
I
work
mean,
the other day.
if you scaled us up the same amount as ants did, we could like
Yeah, true.
like do,
Do
more.
more.
You know what I mean?
But I was thinking, I think I was actually picking up Leah from the airport, and I was driving home, and I had a really good run on the way home, and I was like, if I had this power the whole time of my life, if I had the power to get the perfect traffic light Every time I was driving, can you imagine how good life would be?
You'd be the best courier. You'd be the best Uber driver.
I'd be the best Uber driver. Straight there. It was like I couldn't lose.
You wouldn't make much money though because you'd be,
No, the time would be
yeah.
horrible taxi driver. But I got like 8 lights in a row. I'm like, oh my god. And you know when you say like, when you're like, babe, fuck, we're getting a few lights,
Yeah.
and it stops. I didn't say it. I didn't speak to her.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, we're getting a
Dump
good.
You dump her?
Don't tell me.
You dump her yet?
Well, if she fucking ruined it. I
She
would've-
did?
No, if she did.
Oh, she didn't even say. Oh, that's
I
what
think
it
I
was.
ruined it. I ruined it after like 6 or 7. I'm like, man, we're getting a good, and bang, red. Fucking red.
Like, we're getting a good dinner tonight. Goes green again. You're like, yes.
Chicago, you're out of there.
Anyway, I was going to say this before, but I
Go for
think we should do a segment on our podcast
Yeah, go
about
for
this time in the podcast near the end, right?
Wait, reading
I'm
ad?
thinking what we do is we put an email address out there. People can send in questions
Okay.
for us. Say they need help with something in their life, like a love line or a
Oh my
advice
God.
line. The red one, good time advice line.
Oh, your brain is on today.
Travis said we should do something like that.
That is amazing.
That'd be good.
And
So-
even if it is taking the absolute piss, I don't care. It's like reading
I think we just give them our honest answers.
No,
And
no,
if
I
we
mean
take
them.
the piss out of them, yeah, exactly.
If it's a fake problem that
Oh,
they
of
make
course.
sound serious, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
care.
reading.
Like, it would be anonymous. We won't read their names out or anything.
It's like,
I reckon we should name and shame, but we can.
To me, it sounds like reading r/relationship advice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, or back in the day when I used to listen to
Me,
the
male.
Hot 30
22.
countdown. They used to do at late at night at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Used to have Dolly Doctor come on, and people would call up about like sex advice and stuff.
Dolly Doctor.
Dolly used to be like a magazine like Cosmo and shit like that.
Right. Okay.
And then in the magazine, people could write in, and in the inside of the magazine, they'd have like a glued together section. You'd have to rip off this piece of paper so you could open the section and read it because it's like confidential.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I reckon we make a red wine.
No, I
good
like
time
that.
advice line at
I love the
email.com or
I
something.
love the ring to that too.
We'll put it up
Well,
on
they
our
could just-
Twitter
we
and
could
our
e-
Instagram.
We could even send them to our email address.
No,
but
we'll
I'm
make a
new one.
We'll
Okay.
make a new one for us.
Strictly no signing up to any spam
No.
like
just,
I do with all of my email addresses.
Yeah,
It's
no.
all spam.
No. I'll
Um,
set it up later.
I got a couple more before I want to get to the questions that we've been asked.
Yeah.
So we asked you guys like to send out questions, whatever, what we should talk about. We haven't looked at any. We've looked at like maybe one. Before that, AM PM. I know that this will be out by then. So we're playing AM PM, the Melbourne show,
It'd be this Friday. When
This
you listen
Friday
to this
coming.
podcast.
and
The 15th of February.
I know that on the same night is also Trophy Eyes, and
that's
as it
sold out.
is,
Trophy Eyes is sold out as it is and not sold out.
um,
But fuck as it is.
if you guys aren't going to either of them, make sure to come to, or if you're going to them as well, maybe come to ours after.
Or if you're feeling lonely on Valentine's Day and you need to find a lover for the next year, come to AMPM because a lot of people have found love at AMPM. Yeah.
Tell me one person who's found love at AM PM.
What's her name?
You with the DJ decks?
Brooke. She posted that she kissed someone at AMPM.
Brooke.
Harley.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
AMPM
Love,
bringing people together.
love is in the air.
Read it on Twitter.
So
I'm allowed to say it on this podcast.
so we have once again, we have got a show Fridays. Come out if you want to fucking hang, talk shit, whatever. Also, we announced the tour with Short Stack.
Yeah, bang. Short Stack tour.
Short Stack.
Who saw that coming? Definitely not me.
We're on the TV.
I didn't even know that we're on that tour until it got announced. Joke, like you.
Bassy knew. Bassy was telling everyone actually.
Yeah, they're like, don't keep this confidential. Don't tell anyone. I told everyone. And
Bassy was
Short
like,
Stack.
Like when we did the Brisbane AMPM show, he was like, "All right, guys, can you keep a secret?" I heard him say that like 4 times on the weekend.
Don't tell anyone.
We're touring
Don't tell
with.
anyone.
Wait for it. Short Stack.
They were like, what?
I had a question in here. You've played in a few bands.
Too many.
How many do you think?
I reckon about 12 bands
Wow. Since when?
since I was in high school.
Okay.
Oh, like since my first band was my high school band, like grade 7 or 8.
Did any of them do well to the point of having like groupie or fans? Like,
No. Oh, not like super groupies or whatever, but like we had a couple of fans that would come out to a few shows.
Right. So what is? I want to ask you, what is the feeling now of being in a band?
Having just sluts on demand.
It's not the angle I was coming from, but people that come up to you all the time, like after shows or whatever, and just like love the shit out of you. Is it weird, like after playing in bands for, like maybe being in 12 bands for like what 10 years? Is it weird, like copping the recognition, or you're like fucking I deserve this? I've grinded.
I still don't feel like I deserve it.
Right.
Like it feels good because it's like finally seeing some payoff
Yeah, true.
after grinding for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still humbling because I know I don't deserve it.
Yeah. Is it weird though, like, because like you said, you didn't get it from your other bands. Is it weird, like a weird part of being in a band, or is it just kind of, you just don't think about it? It's like, fuck yeah, we're cool.
I still don't think we're cool. I'm just like, I like our music and I'm like, I'm stoked people like it, but I'm like, we're like, because I know us.
Yeah.
We're all fucking idiots.
I know. That's why it's funny when people come up and talk to us and think like, oh my God.
When you know someone holds you on a pedestal, it's funny.
Yeah.
Because like,
do not put me on.
They don't know I work 12-hour days when I'm off tour and I just hate my life.
Exactly.
Well, they know now, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly.
When I'm at work and people go to me at work, oh, so you signed to a US label and you tour the US, how come you still working here? And
it's
I'm like,
well, Daryl. That's a fucking that's a horrible name to choose.
Daryl, that's a name that you don't hear as a kid.
Daryl. Fucking.
What's your name, lovey?
My name's Daryl.
No, it's true though. I remember we played Slam Dunk. We did the headline tour in the UK, and then I came back first day of work. I was shoveling horse shit.
Yeah.
And all the guys came back, drove past, like, well, playing festivals and now you're shoveling shit, are you?
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. I'm still better than you, cunt.
Yeah, those people I think I'm better than. But
fuck them. So
yeah.
So I put out a. Sorry.
It's cool. I love being able to know people will come out, or like not know people will come out, but like know people that support us that aren't our friends that I haven't forced to support us.
Yeah. Please come to the show, please.
Yeah.
Please. So I put out a tweet today saying, ask us some questions, because we always like to hear what you guys have to say. We kind of will probably leave it towards the end of the episode. Like, it is rearing up now. I think it'd be a good thing to do at the end of every episode to answer some fucking shit that you guys.
As well as the advice. We should do one advice thing and then one.
No,
question.
totally. Yeah, we don't have any advices now though, so obviously we can just plow through these. So
you told me not to read these, but you read them.
No, I didn't really. I just saw them come in. I don't remember any.
All right.
So,
I
first
question. You just
question.
scroll down and there's tap one.
So, tap one. Oh my God, I fucking went on the best one. Do you guys wash and groom each other?
I can't believe. Because you saw my reply to your thing. Like I said, I hope someone asked that if we wash and groom each other. I was like,
oh my God, I didn't see that until just.
Like once you posted it, I saw it. I was like, oh, that's
wow, that makes sense. So there's this one time on one of the US tours that we did.
No, all right, yeah, wash and grooming. I was gonna go back to when we first saw each other naked, but yeah, go there.
In Sydney? When did we first? Oh, in the studio.
Japan?
No. Oh man.
The first time we left Australia together, we just decided to look at each other.
Yeah, because me and Bazzy had a room together, and I think I just jerked off, and I came out of the shower, and I was just completely.
No, I think you told me you were going to jerk off.
No. Maybe I did, and I had come out fully ready, fully ready, and
I think
Bassy's
you had a
like,
shower as well.
yeah, and Bassy's like, oh fuck, and I kind of did the thing where I just kind of waved it around, whatever. Pea size, never got my dad dick yet. And then Bassy,
I was like, what the fuck? Are you naked? I can't see.
We kind of broke the wall then, and then Bassy had a shower, and then his towel dropped, and his
I was wiping myself, and I accidentally tactically dropped the towel right in front of my face.
Ooh.
Brandy Love movie.
Are you watching? And then there's this time in the US when we were in the shower, we were blind.
We were blind drunk.
No, before the shower, we were blind, and then I was like, the world's kind of getting like fucked up. We should save some water. We should shower. Hang on. Oh my God! Wait, getting a FaceTime from Michaela.
Oh,
Hey, Michaela.
Piss off, Michaela. We're doing a podcast.
What's going on? You don't want to be on the podcast?
Hello.
Plug your band.
I'm so sorry.
Plug
Hello,
your band,
guys.
mate. Plug your band.
I'm sorry for ruining your podcast.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was just going to read you a question on Twitter anyway.
Yeah, you want to answer a question? You can be our first unofficial guest.
Okay.
No, we already answered your question.
So I'll ask you the question that we just answered. Have any of you guys
In yours
washed
truly.
or groomed each other?
I didn't ask.
No, we know you didn't ask that, but have any of the boys in your...
Oh,
in
has anyone... who are you asking that question?
In-
So to
in
the whole of your
YT,
band.
just
So like,
YT.
have you showered with Teddy, or like has Teddy showered with Brad, or is Brad massaging Lockie's balls? What's going on?
I'm pretty sure I have seen Teddy and Brad shower together.
Yeah,
That wasn't the
breaking
couple.
news.
That wasn't the couple. Actually, no. Yeah, they're both bald.
Yeah, but Lockie's shy, so you will never... Lockie won't... Like, Lockie's the kind of guy, like, Teddy and Brad will be running around that big sofa, Lockie like that.
Oh my god, that is great. I'm so glad you.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you came in at this time in the podcast.
We're like an hour and 6 minutes in.
That's good. Amazing.
Yeah, I'll.
Every single episode,
Huh?
Charlotte messages me after every single episode. She goes, "So they roasted me again."
We haven't roasted her this one, but maybe
Charlotte
we'll
Winter, fuck you.
Maybe we'll fit her in right now and just like, Charlotte, fuck you.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's fine. That's fine. I will.
Yeah, mate.
I'll call you after.
All right, cool. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I'll read Michaela's question now that she.
No, her question's shit.
How did you guys start the band? I'm fucking
Let
done
me
with that
pick
question.
one,
No,
let
you
me
can
pick
pick one.
So,
I'm getting to the.
yeah, we haven't told the story yet, but you.
Oh,
tell us.
so this time in America, thank you, Michaela, for interrupting the story. When we were showering together, and
Charlotte, I'm reading Charlotte's tweet. Says, just as long as I don't get absolutely fucking roasted again this week.
so we were in someone's shower, and I decided to shave Bassie. You can leave that.
No, I remember telling you before the shower that my pubes were like out of control, and you're like, and then we had a shower together.
Jesus.
So and then you saw my pubes, and you're like, oh, let me fix them up. So to put the story in perspective, we were staying at somebody's house that we had only met that night,
And
and
we were plastered.
we were plastered out of our mind. And me and Jake were in the shower naked together, and then Jake
Tried to get Gibbo in there. He wasn't about
Jake
it.
started shaving my pubes, and as he's shaving my pubes, he goes, "Gibbo, get in the shower, Gibbo. Show us your dick, Gibbo."
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I'm fuming.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, when he was peeing out the RV window.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
There was another time in the UK when we were staying at Charlotte Winter's house, and she at the time lived in Camden, London, and it was a pretty small apartment, and the shower was even smaller. And me, Gibbo was gonna come in.
Oh yes, that's
Almost got him in.
Now we always have at least one shower on tour together.
Yeah, just to keep it going, you know. Have you found any questions on the thing?
Yeah, I found a couple of good ones.
You go for it, because I'm at that point where I was last time, where I just about to squirt.
Can I who asked that question? Let's find out who, and then call out their
Which one?
handles
The
there.
the grooming
Yeah,
and
grooming one.
cleaning.
Just so we can
Shout out to.
Who the fuck is that?
It's in reply to you.
Oh. Luana at Luana_banana.
Luana Banana.
Luana, you know Luana. She came to Slam Dunk and the Glasgow show with her boyfriend. All guy with blonde hair, Aussies.
Yes. No.
Yeah, that's Luana.
Yes.
All right, this one.
We've run into them so many
Somebody's
times.
asked like 3 questions. Oh, question is to you. This is at moonslut_. She wants to know. I'm assuming it's a she. Sorry if I. Oh yeah, she, her.
Did you just
Wait,
assume
she
her
had her
gender?
pronouns on there. Thingo. Fattest ass in Biam.
Fattest as in, what do you interpret that as? Like,
I'm asking you the question, so
okay, me. I got the best ass.
it's not PH. Fattest.
Fattest.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, sure, you do not have the best. You have the smallest ass. You don't even have an ass.
It's plump.
You don't even haven't asked. It's like a bloody. It's like a little apricot.
We've showered together.
Yeah, I haven't touched
Stop
it.
touching it then.
I've touched your penis though.
Have you?
All right, here's one. We're gonna go spitfire round to finish this up.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hot dog. Is it a sandwich
Or
or not a sandwich?
it's not a. It's a dog, and
Okay.
it's the dumbest. It's not a. It's not a
Is
hot
a hot
sandwich.
dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
No,
Is a Pop-Tarts a form of ravioli?
never had a Pop Tart.
Do you know what ravioli is?
I like ravioli.
So Pop-Tarts is just like a piece. It's like a little bread thing with a little bit of filling and another bread thing on the side. Then you put it in the toaster.
Nah.
No, not very ravioli. How many holes does a straw have?
One.
There you go. Would you ever let a fan do guest vocals live to a song?
Sure.
That was almost going to be a no.
I mean,
it's
as
good.
As long as you know the words.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're good. As long as you know the words, then I can jump in the crowd, whatever.
Who was that? Someone asked that.
We're not going to shout at everyone.
Yeah. Fuck. Sorry. Grossest thing we do on tour.
Probably shout together.
Yeah, probably shout together.
Or pissing in bottles. Like in the RV, we have a toilet, but I love pissing in bottles. I don't know
All
why.
right. Here's one to finish it on a more somber note.
How'd you start the band?
At Closure for Real wants to know. She wrote, "This isn't hilarious, but can you all talk about your most embarrassing / horrific tour experiences?"
Do I have any?
I feel like I know yours.
Can you tell me mine?
Atlanta, when you went to get a coffee the first time we went to Atlanta, Masquerade with Aiden.
Why no, I almost got fucking dragged into an alley by a fucking homeless pleb. Tried to take my fucking money. Fuck. No, I know
when we
yours.
nearly
I know
hit the
yours.
beer as well.
I know yours. So the tour that we were just on, we landed. We had a few days to spare. So we.
Yeah.
You already know by the setup. So we were staying with this guy, a mutual friend of ours.
Kaio, shout out Yippee Kaio on Instagram. Legend.
In California. What was it? Van Nuys, maybe?
Nah, North Hills.
North Hills. And they had like a skate park at the back, whatever. And they grow their own weed, as everyone does there. It's like every episode we've talked about weed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So they were like to James, "Yo, smoke some of this," and Bassie.
No, they didn't say smoke. They didn't force it to me. I said I was like 6 beers deep, and I was like,
"Give me some."
They're like, "Do you want some?" I was like, "Yeah, give me some."
And so they didn't preface what it was. And so Bassie had a big big man hit.
In hindsight, I remember them saying what it was, but I just was oblivious.
Oh yeah, because you were already drunk.
And then they gave me PCP, and it was great.
So you did your thing, whatever, and you found out that it was what?
It was hash.
It was hash. And
Which
so
I just assumed was normal weed.
they were
but
like,
it wasn't.
oh man, he's gonna be fucked up, man.
No, I smoked it, and then I literally, as I blew it out, I was like, I'm
whoa.
gonna die.
They were like,
gonna
whoa, that's enough, dude. That's And so James was feeling good. I was like, they were playing Mario Kart.
I want to know what it was like from your experience, because
it's funny because I was sitting right
watched
here.
My outside experience, but inside, I don't even remember what was happening.
I was sitting here watching you from the same position we're sitting in now, and you were like, you were like kind of chuckling, and your eyes were like glazing over, and they were getting redder and redder, and you were just like, your eyes were like closing more and more and more. And so you were
drunker
squinting.
or higher I get, I just like looks like I can't open my eyes.
Yeah, and you were squinting, and then there's a big half pipe at the back of their house, which is like a big skate ramp, and so we're like, let's fucking go have a skate, and you started.
I said I need to go outside again.
Yeah, you need to go outside, and so I followed you, I think, and I was skating while you were sitting down, and then Mitch was there, and he said something about, oh, Bassie's gonna throw up, and then it was just like a trigger, like an ASMR, throw up, and Bassie just was on his knees and his hands going. And it was just, I shit you not, like I was drunk, but like you were there on your hands and knees because you were so fucked up
like an hour,
for
right?
like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and we're like, oh, Bassie, we're gonna go play pool. We're gonna go out to a club, and you're like, yeah, give me a second.
Let me get my life.
I'm coming.
I just remember at the end when it was like after an hour, I just couldn't. Like I went to walk back through the house, and the house reeked of weed, and I was just like, I can't do this. I can't walk through this house, or I'm gonna get real high again.
You were in a state. I would love to show that video somehow, but I don't think I have it anymore. But I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. We're gonna film another fucking. We're gonna try and film
Yes,
a fucking
look
another
out
video.
for the it's probably gonna be red wine good time advice line at gmail.com is gonna be there. So send through your
Perfect.
if you need any advice on anything you're going through, any troubles in your life, you want some advice on from us two geniuses.
Fiction or non-fiction, I'm down for either.
Send it through there. I will try and set that up tonight, but look out on our Twitter and all our socials. If you're in Melbourne on the 15th of Feb, which will be this Saturday, come out to our show at Inflation. It's going to be fucking
You know what it's called?
sick. Yeah, it's like AM PM at Inflation.
I've been JT,
Been Bassy.
and thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Roll the outro music.
Go fuck yourself.